The Sweden you see today didn't happen by accident. It was shaped by a handful of laws, rights, and reforms that changed how people live, work, and raise their families. In 1979, Sweden became the first country in the world to ban parents from using corporal punishment on their children. It wasn't just a new law. It marked a fundamental shift in how children were viewed and how future generations were raised. In 1974, Sweden introduced parental leave for both mothers and fathers. Instead of assuming childcare belonged to one parent, it became something both could share. To date, seeing fathers pushing strollers is simply part of everyday life. Rooted in centuries of tradition, one of Sweden's most unusual rights is the freedom to explore nature. Walk through forests, camp for a night, pick wild berries and mushrooms, as long as you respect nature and the people who live there. In 1766, Sweden introduced one of the world's first systems of government transparency. The principle of public access gave people the right to examine official documents and hold public authorities accountable. More than 250 years later, it remains a central part of Swedish democracy. In 2009, Sweden introduced gender-neutral marriage. Marriage became the same legal institution for all couples, a change that reflected how Swedish society had been evolving for decades. In 2005, everything changed. Before that, people smoked inside restaurants, bars, and cafes. Today, that feels almost impossible to imagine. Smoking indoors became a thing of the past, changing public spaces across the country. Beginning with major reforms in the 1970s, Sweden steadily expanded its public childcare system. By the mid-1990s, municipalities were expected to offer childcare to families who needed it. Affordable preschool made it easier for both parents to work, study, and build careers. It helped reshape everyday family life. None of these laws, rights, and principles changed Sweden overnight, but together they slowly shaped the country people recognize today. From parenting to nature, from transparency to family life, sometimes the biggest changes don't come from revolutions. They come from the rules, rights, and ideas that quietly shape everyday life. Subscribe to discover Sweden, the Swedish way.